Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another vlog. I put too much ice. I was trying to put the lid on and that coffee was coming out the spout. But yeah, happy Wednesday. Good morning, good morning. It's around 8 o'clock right now. This is not my typical Wednesday schedule, if you will. I haven't been working my part-time job because I do work for a school system and they're on fall break right now. But the way my position works, if I wanted to go in, I could and get some hours, which I do plan on doing that still this week because I do want to get some hours. But also I could just not go because no one's in the building, so it doesn't really matter. I've just been catching up on things at home. I've been taking advantage of no one expecting me to be there and doing things, catching up on things that I need to do. Like my mom had been asking me to groom one of her dogs for a couple weeks now, and I finally got around to doing it yesterday. She looks so cute. She was very hairy, so but she looks good now. My parents are actually on a cruise in the Bahamas right now, so I've been taking care of their animals while they're gone. They have 4 dogs, 2 cats, and 8 chickens, so I've been going over there, feeding them, watering them, picking up eggs from the chickens, and just doing everything, the daily chores that my mom would normally do when she's home. I'm not being super disciplined this week. I'm lagging a little bit, let's be real. I thrive on a routine, and since I'm not on one this week, I'm just kind of willy-nilly, but I am trying to get up and get my day started. So yeah, I've been awake since about 6:30, so but I've just been dilly-dallying for the most part, so I figured I need to get up, make a coffee, probably make some breakfast, and get my day going. Christian ordered a box of food from this brand MegaFit Meals, and he thought that he sent it to his address where he's stationed, but he accidentally sent it here, so I got a whole box of different meats. Okay, I made a little steak and egg situation. It looks really good. So it was basically just a box of meat. I don't know why it's called MegaFit Meals. I mean, maybe the brand does like actual meals, but the box that Christian gets is just meats. So what he accidentally sent over here was steak, shrimp, chicken, sirloin burgers, and some cod. And I had a piece of the cod yesterday with my Caesar salad for lunch, and it was really good. I mean, I'll definitely get good use out of it. Everything comes frozen, so I can just keep it in the freezer for a little while, thaw it as needed. I'll definitely get good use out of it. I have been on point for a little over a week now with my macro goals, with calories, with protein, fat, and carbs, staying on top of getting the right amount each day. The protein goal is still a bit of a struggle for me, so this week I really worked on planning out my meals and snacks and exactly how much protein I would get from each one, and I've done really good so far, so that was the key. I mean, planning is always the key, let's be honest. But yeah, I'm just hoping that I will start to see some really good results here soon with keeping track of all of my macros and really being intentional about hitting those goals. My Sephora order that I placed in last week's vlog came in yesterday, so I'm gonna try out everything. I'm not gonna lie, I did try the Tatcha lip mask last night because I do my lip mask twice a day. Morning skincare, nighttime skincare, and it's so cute, and it comes with this little spatula that you take out and you can use it to scoop, which is nice because I honestly don't like getting it on my fingernails. It differs from the Laneige sleep mask in texture. I feel like the Laneige is more of a balm that melts as you rub it in, and the Tatcha is, it's not like a balm. It's just like a gooey, it doesn't need to melt. It just already is melty. And it goes on so nicely, and it feels really good. I really like it. It was definitely worth the $29. If you can catch it on sale, that'd be even better. I did get a little freebie with my order. I can't remember why. It's not like a birthday freebie or anything. It was just like a deal that they were running. I guess because I spent a certain amount. So I picked the Hourglass Illusion Priming Moisturizer. And it comes in this, the sample size is this little tube. So I'm gonna try it out. Hopefully it's compatible with the skin tint that I got. I have SPF moisturizer on already because I did my skincare when I got out of the shower. So this will just be a primer, which I don't normally use because, well, for one, I don't normally put foundation on, but I was never really a primer gal before this. I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit before I put skin tint on, but I got the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Is it a skin tint or it's this one? It's their stick, but it's like a tinted balm. So it's not a full coverage foundation, which is perfect. I specifically looked for not a full coverage foundation. And then I did get the Laura Mercier powder, which seems like it would feel really nice. So we're gonna give that a try today too. Usually when I'm picking out a shade and I don't know what to get, I'll go with lighter because I feel like I can darken it up with bronzer. So I feel like that's safer. Of course, if it's too pale, it'll look funny, but I am a pretty pale gal. This is nice. It feels really good when it goes on. And yeah, there's like barely any coverage, but it's like enough to kind of even things out a little bit more. And then I'll just go on with what I usually wear, my camo concealer. I've been watching season 9 of Love is Blind. This is the 4th season that I've watched of this show. It's so funny to me watching this show. I was telling my sister earlier because I get the experiment, and if you look back at the show's past, on average there's one couple from each season. There are a few seasons or a season or two that don't have any couple that lasts, but there seems to be on average one couple from each season that is actually still together till this day and has stayed married or created a family or whatever it may be. And I feel like it's easy to pick them out right away because you can tell that their intentions are real. And then it's also easy to pick out the couples that are not in it for the right reasons and they're just like going on the show for money, or not necessarily money but exposure, because I don't think they pay you super well. But these people get a lot of exposure and become usually social media personalities out of this show. So they go on there for the wrong reasons. And you can usually tell which ones are on there for the wrong reasons. So that was the Laura Mercier powder. I'm digging it. Usually when I pick out a foundation or concealer color, I'm not the lightest, but I'm usually the 2nd or 3rd shade up. Not anything crazy. And then most of my family, like on this order, I had texted my mom because they were having a foundation sale. It was 30% off of a lot of foundations and skin tints, which is why I decided to try something. So I texted my mom and I was like, Sephora's foundations are 30% off. Do you need anything? And she sent me her shade. She uses the Urban Decay. I picked it up for her. The Urban Decay Face Bond. She used to use something that they discontinued, and this was like the closest thing to what she used to use. And her shade is 17 medium warm. I'm usually like fair neutral or something in that category. My concealer is light ivory. My mom would probably have to use like tan or something. My mom's always had a good amount of color. My mom's side of the family is Italian, French, and Spanish. So she has a little bit more tan in her than most. They probably look more French than anything, except that they're tan, like most of that side of the family. I feel like when you think Italian and Spanish, you think dark complexion, dark features, dark hair, dark eyes, and honestly, I'm the only one with dark features on my mom's side of the family. Most of them were born really blonde with either blue or green eyes, mainly blue eyes on my mom's side of the family, and I was the only one that was born. I did have like honey blonde hair when I was a kid, but it quickly got dark, and this brown is my natural color now, and then I'm the only one with brown eyes. This is so random, but it's kind of late for lunch. So I'm eating a Chobani black cherry Greek yogurt and a protein shake. I gotta turn the TV off from Love is Blind because it's like a train wreck. I can't stop watching. These people are insane. I always feel so bad when you can tell the two people in the relationship, one of them is like really in it and really cares about that person and is gonna go through with the experiment and say yes at the altar, and the other one is just not there, which is fine. You're not there. Most people wouldn't be in a few weeks' time, but they're too scared to say it. I'm like, just tell them.
Would it be 12 times 6?
What's 3 times 8? Okay, so 3 times 8 equals 24. What times 12 equals 24? What's 24 divided by 12?
I just had it in my head. 9?
Did you say 9? No.
What?
24 divided by 12. Can you write it out? Good morning. Need some corn? Ooh. Let's buy an egg. They have coops, but one of them prefers to lay their eggs in here. Good morning, guys. Happy Thursday. I went to the gym this morning and did legs, and now I've made some breakfast. I was trying to change it up from eggs and turkey sausage because that gets quite boring. My dog's playing with her ball. That gets quite boring after a while, so this week I meal prepped some Kodiak just buttermilk pancakes. It's super easy. You do the mix with water, and it's 15 grams for 3 pancakes. And then I've got a Chobani raspberry Greek yogurt as instead of like syrup and butter and all of that, and then just some fresh raspberries and blueberries on top. and it's pretty good. The fruit and the yogurt is delicious, of course. The pancakes, you can definitely tell that they're like healthy pancakes or protein pancakes, but when you put stuff on them, they're delicious. Okay, I've just finished getting ready. It's 9 o'clock now, and I'm gonna go into work for a little while just to get some hours in. I have no idea how long I'm gonna end up staying, but I brought plenty of stuff to keep me entertained. And yeah, we'll just play it by ear. I would like to work today and tomorrow to get some hours in because I only have 2 cake orders this weekend. One of the orders has 2 cakes, and the other one is just 1, and they're pretty simple from what I remember. I don't think there was any like fondant work involved, but I'm gonna get my head on straight today when I get to work and look at the designs and kind of plan out exactly what I need to do, and then just some kind of other like admin-y type things is what I'm gonna do while I go to work. And of course see if there's anything that needs to be done at the print shop. I don't think there will be because the school is on fall break right now, so it should be pretty chill, but there's always busy work that I can do, so I'm just gonna go in for a little while. Hi, it's a couple hours later. It's a few hours later. It's 12:30. And I am mixing up my lunch. I brought a Caesar salad, like I always do. And then I brought the shrimp from Mega Fit Meals. We actually had a good bit of work going on. My coworker was here whenever I got here. I didn't expect her to be here on a Thursday because she normally isn't, but she had got a message from one of our paper reps and he wanted to come by and talk to her for a little bit, so she came in today. But it's creepy being in this building with no one here since everyone's off on fall break. So I've caught up on all of the work that I had to do, all of the printing, and I've got everything ready to mail out. And then I've just been doing like my own type of stuff. I need to write down some cake orders. I check in every few days with money and our bills and see, like, I have on my big calendar part of my planner, I have on the dates what bill is due or what's being drafted throughout the month. And I just like to go through every few days, look at my bank account, see what's been taken out, like cross it off, see how we're doing on money so I don't overspend or whatever it may be. This shrimp is really good. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna stay. Probably won't be too long. And then I'm gonna head home and work on that cake order that's due tomorrow. It's cute. It's like rubber ducky bubble bath themed. I got an Amazon delivery. I wanted to order a yoga mat for my room because since I have a walking pad now, I don't do cardio at the gym, where I rarely do that anymore. I just do it at home. And when I would do cardio at the gym, I would also do abs. So cardio and abs are always on the same day for me. And since I'm doing it at home now, I needed a proper yoga mat because doing it just on the floor wasn't cutting it. I did what I normally do, searched, read a bunch of reviews, try to get the best bang for my buck. And I ended up getting this one. I really like the pattern. I don't know if you guys can see that. It has like this, I don't know, boho-y looking pattern. And it's like a pinky mauve color. And it's non-slip on the back, so it shouldn't move. And it's quite large. Oh yeah, it feels really good too. And the brand is Cambivo, if you're interested. Now I just have to find a home for this. I think it'll live over by my mirror. Every time I come home, I change into these immediately. I change into these fugly little house slippers. They're honestly kind of big on me, but it's whatever. My husband bought them for me a long time ago, but they are the most comfortable. I think they came from like Temu. They are so comfortable. They're so large, so they're very not appealing to the eye, but man, I love them because I have high arches, so it really helps keep my feet comfortable. Okay, I filmed a short while I was decorating them, but they turned out so cute. I love the little bubbles. She has a topper to put on this one with his name and age, and then she said she has little rubber duckies that she can put on them too. So I just left them simple, and I think it'll look really cute when she adds the rubber duckies. For dinner tonight, I'm doing bang bang chicken bowls, and it's honestly a really simple recipe. You just have to make some rice, or you could do cauliflower rice, whatever you want to do. And then I bought a slaw, a cabbage slaw, and then you make the chicken with a bang bang sauce. So it's very easy. You really just have to cook chicken and rice and throw it all together in a bowl, and you're good to go. That dinner was really good and it was super easy, so I'll definitely be keeping that one in the bank. I went ahead and got in my jammies so that I could be comfortable. It's not quite bedtime yet, but I just wanted to be cozy. I will get ready for bed in a little while, take my makeup off and do my oral hygiene and everything. But for now, I'm going to plan out my day for tomorrow and get ahead on a little bit of editing. It's nothing crazy. I have one more cake that I need to do, and that one is pretty easy as well, like today's were. It's ice cream baseball themed, which is so funny to put together, but the inspiration photo was really cute. Because she's picking up Saturday, so I want to get that done tomorrow. Good morning, guys. Happy Friday. It's later in the morning, but I have just had the most eventful morning, and I wanted to tell you guys what happened. I woke up at 5, and it started like any other morning. I got ready, and I went to the gym, came back, fed my dogs, and then I'm in charge of my parents' animals right now. So like at night, I'll go and feed their dogs and cats. And then in the morning, I give their dogs their morning time treat and then check on the chickens give him corn, see if there's any eggs. As a backstory, there is this dog that has been roaming the neighborhood for a few days, and he looked to me like this dog that I've seen roaming before that I was pretty sure belonged to this one specific house. But normally that dog, like anytime I see it roaming, it's not far from its own house, and then it goes back. Like when it's done doing its business, I guess they just let it out the front, which in my opinion is dangerous. He's not on a leash. We live off of a main road, and so he's like running up and down the road. He could get hit by a car, but that's their business. So this dog, the other day, he ended up in my parents' backyard, and my brother and I were, because I went over there for something, and my brother is there by himself right now while my parents are gone, and I said, oh, that dog is in the backyard. And he was like, what dog? I said, this random dog has been running around the neighborhood. We went out there, and I was gonna try and get a picture of him to post them like on our community page, but he had dug a hole underneath my parents' fence to the outside. That's how he got in, and he escaped through that hole and left before I could take a picture of him. So we said, okay, whatever. And then the next day, the neighbors that are adjacent to, like, their backyards butt up to my parents' backyard, they said they called animal control on the dog because it, I guess, had dug in their backyard too. So then I didn't see it for a day or two, so I figured maybe it got picked up and brought to the pound. And then this morning, before my brother left for work, he knew that I would be over there at some point, so he texted me and said that that dog was back in my parents' backyard, and they have a doggy door to their house. So he said I put the cover on the doggy door so that dog won't get in the house, just to give you a heads up. I was like, okay, cool. So I needed to let their dogs out to go outside. I go over there to give them their treat, and when I walk inside, I hear a bark I don't recognize. That dog, either he moved the doggy door cover or my parents' dogs did, and I'm really not sure how, but they had it pushed way up to where they could get through the doggy door, and he was inside my parents' house barking at me like I was an intruder. I was like, excuse me, you don't belong here. I was able to get to him and get a picture of him, and when I went to go post him on our community page, the first post I saw on the community page was actually a post looking for him. His family was looking for him, so I called that number and they came and got him a few minutes later. And what I thought was funny was when the guy came to get the dog, he was like, oh, thank you so much. My daughter was so worried last night. And I was like, last night? This dog has been roaming the neighborhood for like 5 days. She's been worried about him longer than last night. I guess he was trying to make it seem like the dog hadn't been out forever, because it didn't have a collar or anything, so it's not like if someone just saw it, there was a number on it that they could call. So then after that, I come home, and I had told myself that I wasn't gonna have a coffee at home because Starbucks released their Apple Crisp yesterday, and so I was like, I'm just gonna treat myself to a coffee from Starbucks. And my sister is off work right now because it's fall break, so, and she's a teacher, so she wanted to go with me. So on our way to Starbucks, she was following behind like a big dump truck, a truck that you can't see in front of if you're behind, and the truck went through a light that was turning red. Like it was yellow and basically turned red as soon as the truck went under it, and my sister was right behind him, and so by the time she saw that the light was red, she didn't want to slam on her brakes and like cause an accident, so she just went through because she was right there anyways. And I don't know what the smart decision would have been in that, but I think it would have been to just go, because she would have had to slam on her brakes. So when she went through, there was a cop right there, and he came round and pulled her over, and he was very nice. He was like, you know, I saw the whole thing, like, it happens, just slow down next time so you can see the light. Because, yeah, if she would have been following further behind, she would have seen the light and been able to stop in time. He didn't give her a ticket, though, which was very nice, because he knew that, he was like, I know you didn't want to slam on your brakes. So it has been quite the adventurous morning. It's a little bit later. I went and ran a few errands with my sister, and picked up 2 of her kids from school. So she's got one, because like my sister and 2 of the girls are out for fall break, but the one of my nieces that goes to private school, she was still in. They don't have the same schedule, unfortunately, so picked her up, and then picked up my nephew from daycare. We went to Sam's while we were out, but well, that was the whole point of the outing. Went to the vet, refilled some meds for my dogs, and then we went to Sam's, and they had a 15-pack of Poppi for a really good deal, like an even better deal than I would get at the commissary. So it has strawberry lemon, which is my favorite flavor of Poppi, raspberry rose, and wild berry. I've never had wild berry, but I'm sure I will really like it because I love a wild berry flavor anything. The raspberry rose is not my favorite, but it is pretty good. So I think this pack will be perfect, because I like to have one flavored drink usually with my dinner, so that'll hold me over for a few weeks, which is nice. I still need to ice and decorate a cake for tomorrow, and she actually asked if she could get a dozen cupcakes. She asked if it was too late, and I mean, I can do it, so I told her yes. And if it was like a random person that was just asking for cupcakes this last minute, I'd probably tell them no, but she orders from me all the time, and she's already getting something from me tomorrow, so I don't mind having to go in the kitchen and make some cupcakes as well. So I'm gonna do that for her. I'm not cooking dinner. We actually picked up a big tray of sushi at Sam's, so we're gonna split that up. I brought my plate in my room so I can eat by myself. And here's this wild berry poppy. Let's see. Oh, it's a pretty color. Oh, that's so good. It tastes similar to a blue Jolly Rancher, I think. That's good. Well, we have made it to Friday night. My niece has another football game, so we're actually about to head out and go to that game. That sushi platter from Sam's was really good. The little mix of different flavors was really good. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog off here. Thanks for coming along with me this week, guys, for these past few days. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you in the family. I post a long form video every Monday, and then I try to post a short every single day. I really enjoy making and editing these videos. I hope you guys like watching them, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.